Hey guys, now a couple of days ago the SuperCard Twitter put a picture up of the SuperCard logo and "Let's Talk on Monday" written on it. So obviously everyone's talking about what it could be. It could be a new tier. Well, I'm going to try and go through all the possible ideas of what it could be and cover a couple of things which hopefully it's not going to be as well. Um, the initial thing to think is, well, whatever it is coming on Monday, they're obviously waiting until after Ring Domination is finished. So the cynic in me is thinking, well, if it's going to be a new tier or something like that, they want to make sure that they rinse every last penny out of you on Ring Domination before, obviously, whatever comes next. Speaking of Ring Domination, I'm just going to play some of these games in the background. Now the picture they put up has got lightning on it, it's got fire on it, which could mean nothing, or it could mean they're going to give us some kind of Undertaker and Kane mode, where if you choose Undertaker, you get to just destroy every card in sight, or if you choose Kane, you get to lose every match over and over again. But on a more serious note, the biggest thing I keep seeing is people thinking it's going to be a new app, SuperCard 2, because that's what they do with NBA. See, was it NBA 2K15 and then 2K16 and blah blah blah. I really don't think they will. They've said multiple times already that they're not going to do that. So it would severely piss a lot of people off if they just suddenly turn around and decide to do it anyway. So I think a new app, at least in the terms of a whole new reset like they do with my NBA, I don't think that's on the cards. But there is a possibility of a new app in a different way, I guess, if they wanted to do like a whole new game structure, a whole new interface, all that kind of jazz, but transfer all your cards and everything over. That would make sense. A lot of people also expecting a new tier, which it's coming. Obviously, a new tier is probably due. I don't think it's going to come quite yet. And the thing that's making me think this really probably isn't a tier is obviously for the last couple of tiers, or at least for Survivor tier, they gave us a preview card and it came. For WrestleMania tier, was there something? There's some kind of hint? I can't actually remember, but a big logo saying that "Let's Talk on Monday" really doesn't scream new tier to me. It doesn't fit. If it's going to tell us about a new tier, just show us a preview of a card or something. It doesn't fit at all with a tier, because it's not something this is implying something pretty big, whereas a new tier is just standard part of the game evolution. One tier runs its lifetime and then you add another one on the end when you reach end game. This, yeah, it doesn't fit for me. Now, they did mention a few weeks ago, that they are looking to add more cards to the game in all of the tiers, or maybe not like common and uncommon, but certainly epic, legendary, survivor. I can see them doing that at some point, whether it's when the new tier comes or when the next update comes or whatever, but again, this doesn't really fit in with this "Let's Talk on Monday" nonsense. So I really can't see, I don't understand how I've hit the card limit already here, but whatever. I'm thinking possibly some kind of an update it's going to be an update about the update, basically. So they're going to tell us what's coming. They're probably maybe telling us a new tier is coming in, I don't know, let's say 6 weeks time, but I think it's going to be a lot more than that. I think it's going to be just, Danon mentioned a while ago that there's, how was it worded, big things ahead for SuperCard, which admittedly we have heard that one before. But I'm thinking it's going to be possibly a combination of things. Now we probably need some kind of new game mode, even if it's like a permanent RTG fixture that you can just play for picks, just because exhibition is so boring. I can see them throwing in here a new King of the Ring structure. Now, I don't know what they're going to do to it. I can see them maybe adding 1 or 2 different lengths of King of the Rings. Maybe one where you've basically got to play with your best 5 cards, and they somehow enforce it so that obviously no one's dropping down tiers. You can't train your cards after adding them in, any of that stuff that everyone constantly bitches about over and over again. I'm thinking there's probably going to be some kind of new feature that's not a game mode. I don't know what. Possibly something along the lines of fusions. I don't think it's just going to be collect cards, throw them in a pot, and after a few days you get a stupidly overpowered card, because obviously that's what fusions is. But I do think there's going to be some kind of new feature, and I think the Let's Talk on Monday thing and the logo, I think that's leaning more towards that kind of side of it rather than the new tier, a new mode, something like that. I definitely do think there's going to be some kind of additional feature, for want of a better phrase, that's going to be talked about on Monday. This is, of course, you know, what's the best way to put this? Let's just say there's no guarantee anything's even going to happen on Monday. I'm sure they'll possibly fuck the game up again before then. Apparently I'm fucking up, so, and I'm not even a Cat Daddy employee, so fucking hell. I do think they're going to fix the card catalogue eventually, but again, this isn't going to come with this. This will be like next update, and separate out all the event cards into their own separate sections, so that those that actually want to complete the card catalogue. And massive credit to those guys, because I couldn't do it. The amount of cards you have to store with this stupid low availability we've got, a space to store the cards, is ridiculous. And you know, there are a couple of long shots. This could, I mean, if they're putting Let's Talk on Monday, they're obviously thinking it's something pretty big. So I'm thinking, well, if it's a big announcement, it's probably bigger than a tier, possibly bigger than a new app and a whole new interface and making everything look pretty. Now, you have to bear with me, because this is pretty much a long shot and it's really not likely to happen at all. But just think for a minute, if this update was possibly a guarantee that we were going to get no more network errors and no more glitches, how fucking cool would that be? Obviously never going to happen, but in an ideal world, if I could choose one thing for this update, that's what it would be. No fucking network errors. But yeah, as I say, that's not going to happen. So I'm going to go with, it's not going to be an update on Monday, and it's not going to be an update in the week. It's just going to literally be information about upcoming changes, upcoming updates. Mainly, I think that the feature that I mentioned that is going to be the biggest part of this. Maybe all the other stuff probably coming in the update, but definitely the something big I don't think is the tier. As I said, we may get a date on the new tier, but I think it's either a game mode or definitely a feature that is going to be the biggest thing, or it's just going to be a massive letdown, and it's going to be, go to the forum and vote whether we have a PCC or an RTG next, because we all know how well that ends. I think that's enough for me. Actually, I'll finish this game first, seeing as I don't think I've actually played it for about the last 2 minutes and it's stuck on the screen. But yeah, I might put another video up later on with finishing off Ring Domination. Maybe not, I'm not sure yet. But I just wanted to get this out, and ideas about Monday. I mean, I'll probably end up being completely wrong, and it would be something completely out of the blue that no one saw coming, and, well, to be honest, no one cares to see coming, because it's probably just going to be a massive letdown. Or one other possibility, they could just go, hey, thanks for playing, it's been a year, here's your 300 credits. because we obviously expected that last Friday. I think Friday was the anniversary date and nothing came. So obviously if they give us those anniversary credits on Monday, it's after Ring Domination when you've just spent money on this game mode. Obviously you hold it over till next week, which is I think Road to Glory. But again, it's a little bit of a kick in the face if they do hold over an anniversary gift of credits until right after a game mode. But nothing really surprises me too much anymore. Can we actually find a reset to finish this off? Finish the video off, obviously, not finish this off when there's still God knows how many shards there. We're getting waiting on network though, so that's always good. No, we can't. Yes, we can. We'll try and reveal Undertaker's face and his last 2 shards. No, we can't. Right, so that's going to be the end of this video, I think. If you've made it this far, then thank you for getting this far. If you haven't, then I'm clearly talking to no one. So that's me out, and I'll see you guys later.